Pramila makes the point, but I just want to make sure everyone sees it. We do the valuation now, too.
Yeah.
We do the valuation for all of the big estates. We just do it at death. But that happens there every year. Somebody dies. And so we're doing those valuations. What we're saying is you do the valuations every year. And, of course, once you've done them, they become much easier year over year over year. Once you've identified that somebody has a Rembrandt painting, they better still have a Rembrandt next year, or they better have a whole lot of millions of dollars that they can account for when they sold the Rembrandt. So this is already in our tax process. What's different about it is it truly focuses on the richest people in this nation, the people who could afford to pay a fair share. Understand, their wealth will continue to grow. You know, during the pandemic, they have increased, the billionaires have increased, the billionaires have increased their wealth by $1.3 trillion. But they've been growing their wealth for years now at 6%, 8%, 10%, 12%. They have their own money managers, their own people who manage these great fortunes. A 2-cent wealth tax means they just don't grow it quite as fast, but that 2 cents is an enormous difference for the rest of America. It is an opportunity for every child in America to have universal pre-K, an opportunity for every child to have child care paid for, and every parent, and to raise the wages of every child care worker. We can make a huge difference with this wealth tax.
Senator, if you could expand more on your calls to end the filibuster, it doesn't have necessarily 51 votes yet. Do you anticipate that as time goes on and you have other proposals from the Biden agenda that might be stymied by the lack of having 60 votes, do you anticipate that more of your colleagues will join you in calls to end the filibuster? Because that seems to have been a roadblock for Democrats for some time.
So look, the filibuster is something that gives Mitch McConnell a veto, and that has to stop. We watched him use it during the Obama administration, and he is already using it now during the Biden administration. We weren't elected to come here and be a debating society that gives Mitch McConnell a veto on every single piece of legislation that is needed to help American families. I believe that as we talk about the pieces that we're trying to move forward, whether it's the minimum wage, whether it's protecting the vote across America, whether it's anti-corruption, whether it's universal child care and universal college for all of our kids, that more and more people will see what Mitch McConnell is trying to do. More people will see it across the nation, and more people will see it in the Senate. I believe we need to get rid of the filibuster now.
So if I can follow up,
please, of course.
Do you agree with some of your House colleagues that the Vice President should overrule the parliamentarian when it comes to the inclusion of minimum wage in the COVID relief package?
I agree, but understand, the only reason that we're in this mess is because of the filibuster. If we would get rid of the filibuster, then we wouldn't have to keep trying to force the camel through the eye of a needle. Instead, we would do what the majority of Americans want us to do. And in this particular case, that's raise the minimum
Do you
wage.
think the President should encourage the Vice President to take that action then
Look,
in the short term?
I think we should get rid of the filibuster. Yes, I think this is a short-term solution, but the real solution is get rid of the filibuster.
And just to be clear,
Please, Pramila.
just to be clear, as Chair